If you're a busy woman over 35, eating clean and still gaining weight, you're not crazy. But there is a reason why this keeps happening. So let's talk about it in this video. But before I go on, if you don't know me, I'm Zach, and I coach busy women in their 30s, 40s, 50s to lose fat, get strong, and feel amazing in their bodies without cutting carbs, slashing calories, or doing super long workouts or those boot camp workouts where you're dying afterwards, right? But today we're going to unpack why eating healthy does not always lead to fat loss and what you can actually do to get results, okay? Let's start out with undereating. This one's a really common issue for a lot of women I work with. Undereating does slow down your metabolism, and we call this metabolic adaptation. But that's not the real issue because that's a normal part of fat loss. It's something we see with everybody, regardless of the plan. Your body gets more efficient as you lose weight, and also since you weigh less, you burn less calories. As an example, if we flipped it and you wore a heavy vest all day, you would burn more calories throughout the day because every step you take, you weigh more. It makes total sense, right? But the bigger issue here is you're undereating during the day and then overeating at night, or you're eating great during the week, undereating, and then on the weekends, you're binging or you're going overboard. You go out to eat, you don't even know how many calories you're consuming. It's a lot higher than you probably realize. But you wake up motivated, you eat a light breakfast, a small salad for lunch, and you did good all day. In your mind, it does feel good, right? But then it's 9 p.m., you're starving, you're wiped out, and you end up snacking or binging because you deserve it. You've had a hard day, right? And you said no to things probably 20, 30 times. The problem is your average calories come up quite a bit. So you're doing really well, keeping your calories down most of the time. But as a whole, it comes up higher than you think. And it makes you feel like your metabolism's broken. But really it's not. You're just underfueled, under-recovered, and your body's just trying to save you. So one of the best things you can do is actually to increase your calorie intake earlier in the day so you feel fed. Or increase your calories through the week so you don't binge on the weekend. Try to normalize your calories a little bit more, okay, so you're more fed. Now, the next one I want to talk about would be hidden calories. You might be eating really clean, whole foods, but some of those foods can be very calorie dense. Almond butter, avocado, any sort of oil, hummus, smoothie, seeds, all that stuff is great for your health, okay? But the calories do add up quickly, and you will gain body fat if your calories are too high. Doesn't matter if it's healthy or not. Eating healthy is not the same thing as eating in a calorie deficit. Yes, you can do both at the same time, but it doesn't guarantee it. And if your portions are off, that clean eating could be keeping you stuck, okay? So it can help to do an audit to see where your calories are adding up. It might be pretty obvious, but sometimes you might just be a little surprised once you start to track that some foods are a lot higher than you thought. And tracking might seem tedious, but it can take less than 5 minutes a day, and you don't have to do it forever to get insight. Seriously. But let's talk about metabolism. If you're over 40, you've probably been told that hormones are the reason why you can't lose fat. Well, I'm just going to say it. That's not what I see with my clients. And remember, I primarily work with women who have already had these hormone shifts. They're in their 40s and 50s. And yes, the metabolism does go down over time. Absolutely. Hormones do change. But the biggest reason fat loss feels harder is because of the lifestyle changes. And some of that is from the hormones. You're going to move less. You're going to lose muscle. You're going to sleep less. You're under more stress. All of these contribute to weight gain, right? And unfortunately, marketing has sold you the idea that your body's broken and you need to fix it. There's some solution so they can sell you this huge, expensive program, but you don't. So let me tell you about my client, Amy. She's in her 50s. She came to me thinking her metabolism was broken. She was eating extremely healthy. She had tried everything. Smoothies in the morning and just coconut oil. She was doing this and that. But for some reason, the scale kept creeping up. So she joined my program, the Heat Method. And and we focused on fueling her body better and not less, more efficiently. Kind of cutting out some of those really calorie dense foods. We didn't do any crazy workouts, no starving, just simple, smart changes. And in 5 months, she lost 30 pounds just from improving her nutrition. We didn't even do workouts. She didn't fix her metabolism. She just fixed how she was supporting it. Okay. But let me be clear. Again, hormones do play a role, not because they block fat loss, but because they impact how you feel. They affect your hunger, cravings, energy, recovery, sleep, all those things combined. If you're not sleeping, you're not eating enough protein, you're not managing your stress levels, those are going to push you to be tired. Number one, you're not going to want to move as much. You're also going to want to eat more to get more energy. Okay. Your cravings are going to be higher. Your hunger is going to be higher. So yes, hormones matter significantly, but the solution is still the same. Focus on what you can control, like sleep, stress, strength training, protein, recovery, all those things. We've got to focus on what we can actually control. And that's what supports the metabolism. And that's what's going to make fat loss more sustainable for you. So if you've been eating healthy and you're still gaining weight, just remember you're not broken. And, go get checked out, go get blood work. And if you need hormone therapy, that's fine, go for that. But generally you just need a new approach, one that matches the season of life that you're in and actually supports your body instead of fighting against it. And the great thing about that is it's much cheaper. It's much healthier, right? You don't have to take supplements. You don't have to take pills. But if you want help with that, hit subscribe. And if you want to learn more about how I coach women using the HEAT method, DM me the word HEAT on Instagram and I'll send you more info. You've got this. Let's go.